everyone, Heidi Cooper here, functional medicine practitioner, licensed esthetician from Skin Inside Out. Today I want to share with you 5 tips to avoid holiday breakouts. So here we are this time of year. There's a lot of things going on that certainly contribute to more breakouts for people that already are prone to breakouts. But what I find is a lot of times people that don't typically have breakouts even get breakouts this time of year from some of the things that are going on. So I'm going to give you 5 strategies to avoid getting these breakouts in the first place. So number 1 is to limit stress. And I know that sounds impossible. I know I particularly have been feeling it this week, building up, realizing all that there is that needs to be done that hasn't been done yet. So there are a couple of strategies that can be really helpful for limiting stress. One, just being aware of what's going on. And then you can also do breathing exercises. So if you've ever done the 4-7-8, so that's breathing in for 4 counts, so breathing in through your nose through 4 counts, and then holding it for 7, and then breathing out through your mouth for 8. And doing that, between 3 and 5 times in a row, and that really can be very helpful to lower the stress response in the body. You can also do grounding, where you get your feet on the earth outside, or I've talked about grounding or earthing mats at home. That can be very helpful as well. Meditation and prayer. And if those things aren't quite cutting it, I have a couple of tools that I like to work with, the Kavaplex and the Elixinol CBD, and I'll put links to those below. The Kavaplex works on the same receptors in the brain as benzodiazepines, which are anti-anxiety drugs. So that can be really helpful to kind of lower the stress if the other strategies aren't quite cutting it. So limiting stress is number 1. Number 2 is the lack of sleep can really contribute to breakouts as well, because it weakens the skin barrier. So really being intentional about getting those screens turned off and not shopping until late at night online, and looking at things online will help with that a little bit, limiting that blue light exposure. We've talked about that before in other videos, and just making sure those screens can be turned off maybe a couple hours before bed can be really, really helpful. And then number 3 is to limit our sugar and alcohol intake. I know there's a lot of goodies that people are having, things that they don't typically have this time of year, and that certainly we know can contribute to breakouts, because those sugars really feed pathogens, and it can really create a lot of congestion on the skin and that sort of thing. Now, a little hack that I have is that if you are consuming things that you don't typically have, is to work with a digestive enzyme product, say like the Z-gluten, and that will help the body assimilate some of what you're consuming a little bit better. It's not going to negate what's going on there, but it certainly can help. And on the heels of that, number 4 would be to stay hydrated. So the more that you're moving all of this through the system and getting it out of the system more quickly, that's going to be helpful for the skin as well. So really making sure that if you are having, say, alcohol, that for every glass of alcohol that you have a couple glasses of water to compensate for that. And then number 5 on the list is just to keep up with your regular skincare routine. I know it can be really tempting when you're really busy to not wash your face before you go to bed and not follow through with some of those your regular skincare routine, but that can be really, really critical. And really letting your cleanser sit on the skin for a few minutes, say like while you're brushing your teeth, can help do a little deeper cleansing and create an unfavorable environment for some of that breakout to be there in the first place. So I hope that that was some helpful strategies for you to help avoid some of that holiday breakout. I know I struggle with some of the same things that everybody else does, and have found these tools to be really effective. So I'll put links to some of those products below for you to check out. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful, stress-free holiday season. Health and happiness. Have a super fantastic day. Thanks so much.